Well, Costello, looks like I'm going to Jubilee with you this year. You see, the pastor, Dwayne Sheriff, he gave me a job coordinating the volunteers.
Well, look, Abbott, if you're coordinating the volunteers, then you must know their names.
Oh, I certainly do.
Well, I'm new and I'd like to get involved. If you'll tell me their names, then I'll know who to talk to.
Oh, I'll tell you their names. But I've noticed they're giving their volunteers nowadays really peculiar names.
You mean funny names?
No, strange names, nicknames, like Ron Crimson.
Ron Crimson, what does he do?
No one knows. But if you see him, run.
Okay, so who should I meet?
Okay, well, who's parking cars? What's in the foyer? I don't know's pouring coffee.
That's what I'm trying to find out.
Right. I say, who's parking cars? What's in the foyer? I don't know's pouring coffee.
Look, are you coordinating the volunteers?
Yes.
You gonna be there too?
Yes.
And you don't know these guys' names?
Well, I should.
Well, then who's parking cars?
Yes.
I mean the fellow's name.
Who?
The guy in the parking cars.
Who?
The first guy I see when I get into the parking lot is...
Who?
The guy with the orange vest and the flashlight.
Who is parking cars?
I'm asking you who's parking cars.
That's the man's name.
That's whose name?
That's it.
Well, go ahead and tell me.
That's it.
That's who?
Yes.
Look. You got a parking lot attendant.
Certainly.
Who's parking cars?
That's right.
Okay, so it's hot outside. I want to give the guy a cold drink. Who gets the drink?
Every sip of it.
All I'm trying to find out is the fella's name in the parking lot.
Who?
The guy who gets...
That's it.
Who gets the drink?
He does. Every sip. Sometimes his wife goes to the coffee shop to get it for him.
Whose wife?
Yes. What's wrong with that?
Look, all I want to know is when you sign up the parking lot volunteer, how does he sign his name?
Who?
The guy.
Who?
How does he sign?
That's how he signs it.
Who?
Yes.
All I'm trying to find out is what's the guy's name in the parking lot?
No. What's in the foyer?
I'm not asking you who's in the foyer.
Who's in the parking lot?
One volunteer at a time.
Well, stop shifting people around.
I'm not changing nobody.
Look, take it easy, buddy. Calm down.
I'm only asking you who's in the parking lot.
That's right.
All right.
Okay.
What's the guy's name in the parking lot?
No. What's in the foyer?
I'm not asking you who's in the foyer.
Who's in the parking lot?
I don't know.
She's serving coffee. We're not talking about her
How did
right
I get in the coffee shop?
Well, you mentioned her name.
If I mentioned the coffee shop volunteer's name, who did I say is pouring the coffee?
No. Who's parking cars?
What's parking cars?
What's in the foyer?
I don't know.
Pouring coffee.
There I go again. Back in the coffee shop. Would you just stay in the coffee shop for a second and not leave?
Okay. What do you want to know?
Now, who's pouring my coffee?
Why do you insist on putting who in the coffee shop?
What am I putting in the coffee shop?
What's in the foyer?
You don't want who in the foyer?
Who's in the parking lot?
I don't know. Pouring coffee. Look, you got childcare.
Sure.
The 3-year-old through second graders teachers in the gym, what's their name?
Why?
I just thought I'd ask you.
Well, I just thought I'd tell you.
Then tell me, who's doing the VBS in the gym?
No, who's parking cars?
I'm not. Stick with childcare. I want to know what's the guy's name in the 3-year-old through second grade class?
No. What's in the foyer?
I'm not asking you who's in the foyer.
Who's in the parking lot?
I don't know.
Pouring coffee.
Okay, all right. Okay. The 3-year-old through second grade teacher's name.
Why?
Because.
No, that's the 3rd grade through the 6th grade teacher's name, but they're in the children's church building.
Look. You got to check your kid in.
Sure.
The person checking your kid's name?
Tomorrow.
You don't want to tell me today?
I'm telling you now.
Then go ahead.
Tomorrow.
What time?
What time what?
What time tomorrow are you going to tell me who's checking in my kid?
Now listen, who is not checking in your kid?
If you tell me who's parking cars, I will punch you in the face. I want to know, what's the person's name checking in my kid?
What is in the foyer?
I don't know. Pouring coffee. Got ushers?
Sure.
The person running that's name?
Today.
Today. And tomorrow's checking in kids.
Now you've got it.
All I've got is a couple of days doing stuff. You know I plan on going to Jubilee.
So you've told me.
I get in my car, do a little fancy driving, I pull into the parking lot, there's a person pointing in directions, I want to help the guy out, he's parking cars. Who do I give a drink? I want to give him a drink. I don't know his name. Who do I give it to?
That's the first thing you've said right all day.
I don't even know what I'm talking about.
Look, that's all you have to do.
It's follow the parking lot attendant's directions.
Yes.
Now, who gave those directions?
Naturally.
Look, I follow his directions. Somebody's got to give them. Who gave them?
Naturally.
Who?
Naturally.
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 So I follow the directions of naturally.
No, you follow the directions of who?
Naturally.
That's different.
That's what I said.
No, you're not saying it.
I follow naturally.
You follow who?
Naturally.
That's it.
But that's what I said.
Look, you ask me.
I follow who?
Naturally.
Now you ask me.
You followed who?
Naturally.
That's it.
Same as you. Same as you. I follow the directions of who? Whoever he is points me to the foyer where I run into what? What sends me to I don't know? I don't know pours me a cup of coffee. Boom, I take my first grader to why, my third grader to because, who got checked into tomorrow, and today takes me to my seat. Why? I don't know. She's pouring coffee and I don't care.
What?
I said I don't care.
Well, that's your care pastor.
Ugh!